The Syncretion of Polarization and Extremes. Part 33. Russia. Feminism. Transposing Emblem by Anastasiya Zakharova. Imagine a child shouting in their attempt to share their emotions, express their feelings, explain ideas, and share a vision of the world. The child wants to say something important to us, but the adults watch and laugh, saying, "What a pretty child, how smart," but paying no attention to the words coming out of their mouth. This is the situation of feminism in Russia. Progressive minds know that it's important to fight for their rights, but the majority of us stick to their view that there is nothing to talk about, that we have equal rights, and that feminists are just crazy about following ghosts. If we take a step back for a moment, we can definitely see another situation. It is hard for modern people to imagine that we had so-called feminism in the Soviet period. Women had the same rights as men. I mean the same salary, the same right to a job, no gender indulgence. It is really hard to imagine that women in the past had more rights than today. At some point in history, women became more of a family person. Nowadays, there is a quite popular phrase to describe the situation. Father works, mother is beautiful. The most interesting thing is that lots of women accept this slogan without even noticing that they are in a trap. It means that men are allowed to evolve, explore the world outside, communicate with anyone they need to. But women should care for children, always be cute for her husband to stay with her. If the man does not have a job, it is also common for a woman to work just to help her husband and care for their home, while the man is searching for what he wants to do, find himself, spending all the time he needs to figure out the business of his life. His wife takes care of the rest. There is also a sharp difference in the attitude we have about buying a home. For women, it is considered important to find a man and start a family, but not to acquire property. It does not occur to us that a woman can buy an apartment or house. That is for a man. He should buy it and you should stay there. Women face two polar opposite approaches to life. The first revolves around the man and family, while the second is to be independent and care for yourself and only then start a family if you find the right person for you. The first ground represents the vast majority of Russia. Mostly they live far from Moscow, St. Petersburg and other big cities. Starting a family at about 20 is the normal way of life for them. Feminism is more popular in large cities. It is really hard for feminists to live in a traditional family when everyone is only waiting for you to get married and have a child instead of pushing you to think of your dreams and wishes. For boys, of course, it is easier. They are told not to marry early and to enjoy the fruits of life. So feminism is trying to explain to all women that a family, husband, and children are not the only goal to achieve in life. Even the statistics say that for every 2 marriages there is 1 divorce. Feminists in Russia are treated very poorly, along the lines of "what do you want? You have everything." Men think that the place of women is only with the family. According to the official paper Men and Women of Russia in 2016, women's salaries are about 30% less than men's. There is also a high level of family harassment in Russia. Reports that a husband hurt his wife are common and at the same time terrible. There was a popular report about a man who drove his wife into the forest and broke her arms. And despite these stories, women are waiting for marriage because they think that this will not happen to them. But that is not true. The statistics say that every 40 minutes 1 woman dies from harassment. What can be more shocking than this figure? Feminists are trying to make women, children, and men aware of these numbers, to open everyone's eyes, but they are still treated poorly. If you say you're a feminist, you will receive the "oh my god" reaction. People won't ask questions, will not want to learn more. For them, it seems that feminists are people who don't have any way to spend their time. And it is especially sad that women do not realize the current situation even after hearing the official figures. The most important thing is for our government to inform people so they can know the reality. Instead, unfortunately, they produce family propaganda starting in school, and this only encourages girls to get married without making boys less cruel.